So I come from New England, and back home there's a joke that when a tourist asks for directions, the answer is always, you can't get there from here. And when it comes to traditional supervision, you can say the same thing basically. No matter what there you're trying to get to, whether it's lower turnover or higher quality of care or higher staff satisfaction, if a traditional approach to supervision is your starting point, you just can't get there from here. So most supervisors in long-term care use a traditional approach because that's the only approach they know, and they haven't had additional training when they've been promoted. And the approach does work at holding workers accountable, but it falls short in several important ways. And the first is that a traditional approach to supervision doesn't help build trust with workers. And without trust, workers are unlikely to come to a supervisor when they have questions or concerns, even concerns about quality of care. The second drawback of a traditional approach is that it doesn't really help supervisors get to the root of performance problems with workers. In fact, a traditional supervisor usually just tells a worker what to do, instead of engaging them in a problem-solving, critical thinking process to get to the root of problems and find solutions on their own. And the third drawback of a traditional approach is it doesn't help supervisors communicate to workers that they're seen and valued for the important work that they do. In fact, a traditional supervisor may only communicate with a worker when there's a problem, and that may leave a worker feeling like their many successes and their many contributions are not acknowledged, and this can undermine morale. In contrast, a coach supervisor is interested and in fact invites whatever a worker brings to the table, their perspective, their ideas, as well as their concerns and their questions. And a coach supervisor also works with workers to empower them to be able to solve problems on their own. So organizations that have made a robust commitment to PHI's coaching approach to communication have been able to decrease disciplinary actions and reduce turnover without compromising accountability. They've also been able to increase worker satisfaction and increase quality of care. So it turns out that you can get there from here if you use a coaching approach to supervision.